All right, guys, it's time for another episode of What's for Dinner. You know, what is for dinner? It's interesting to know what's on people's plate, ain't it? Because sometimes you run out of ideas. But you guys know, well, I'm not a vegan, but I haven't eaten meat in about 5 weeks now, and I can honestly tell you guys, I couldn't smell any better. Okay, on any part of my body. I mean, it's just ridiculous. But here's a crazy thing. And 13 Son talked about this a long time ago. You don't actually like meat. You think you like meat. If you like meat, you would eat it raw. You don't actually like meat. But anyway, let's get to this, guys. I only want to keep this about 4 minutes. I can't, I talk about these potato chips. I tell you guys how these are the best potato chips in the world. If you don't like these, you don't like potato chips. These are the best potato chips I have ever had my entire life. Nothing comes close to it. And when you eat these potato chips, it makes the other name brand potato chips seem so inferior. This is the potato chip. All right. Sea salt thing, I don't really worry about it too much because you know why? Because the salt don't actually taste like table salt. It really don't. Although it could still be. Most likely it is. But what's important to me about these potato chips is that the amount of potassium it has in it. You know what I mean? There's a difference, guys, in my health when I get a lot of potassium, and I can only really get it from these potato chips because I'm on the go all the time, and I need a really good potassium source. And I'm not gonna sit here and drink orange juice or juices because I can't deal with juices anymore because it's just too much sugar. And like I don't, for some reason, I don't really like bananas that much like that. Like my stomach don't really like bananas. I like watermelon, but the fruits that I like that I get along with, they don't have a large amount of potassium in it. And I need a lot. I just need a large amount of potassium in my day. I notice I just function better. Everything functions better when I have a large amount of potassium, particularly around 3,000 milligrams and over. So this is the only thing that provides that. Okay, and it doesn't really have that much salt in it, even if you eat the whole bag. Here's a seedless watermelon. Watermelon doesn't really taste the same like it used to, but this one's pretty sweet. Even though it has the white seeds in them, but watermelon doesn't really taste like it used to taste in the States. Okay, so this is all I'm eating for dinner, guys. Of course, y'all know I take a multivitamin supplement, stuff like that. And here's the thing about your taste buds, man. You think you want this meat, you think you want grains and all this stuff. All you want is something that's salty and something that's sweet. That's all you really want. It don't matter how you get it. Once you satisfy that salt and sweet craving, and once you start to get used to just eating something other than meat, you understand? People be like, oh, I want something sweet today. I'm going to get some sweet and sour chicken from the Chinese store. I mean, come on, man. All you want is salt and sweet and sugar. You do not crave meat. So it's unfortunate that people just eat meat, you know what I mean? But hey, to each his own, right? But yeah, I just want to tell y'all that this is what's for dinner. The best potato chips in the world and some watermelon. And I love it. I mean, I eat this, when I'm eating this stuff, it's like, after I finish eating some of these potato chips and this watermelon, I don't even want anything else. Like, you had these days where you just be like, I don't even want to eat nothing. I'm sick of food. You just want a snackety snack. And that's what this is. This is like snackety snacks. And it's perfect. And it fulfills my along with the multivitamin, of course, it just fulfills my body with, the energy it's looking for. And that's it. Just simple food, y'all. Just simple food.